I'm seeing an overdrawn balance in your daily checking.
Yeah, my mortgage payment tripled.
I've disclosed the possibility of a rate hike during your refi. Do you remember that?
Everyone on the ground, now!
The three men walked off with $1.6 million.
They choreographed it like a dance.
A conga line right into prison.
They didn't get caught.
Semtech Steel has frozen all pension payments.
I'm thinking of robbing a bank.
I'm thinking about buying a Ferrari.
I just got drafted by the Knicks. Good week for everybody, huh?
Hey, welcome to What the Flick. Going in style, a remake, another remake. Matt, Christy, Alonzo. What is this?
Who wants to describe it?
Yeah,
Matt,
I'll describe it. All right, so Going in Style is about three old dudes who rob a bank. There.
That's pretty much it.
That's it. That's it. What else do you need to know?
We're gonna need professional help.
You think?
You 5-0?
We're practically 8-0.
From now on, you communicate by texting.
How do you work without buttons?
It's a touchscreen.
I'm groping it all over, nothing happens.
Reminds me of the time we went to Reno. We ate like kings.
We were kings.
We still are.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So I had not seen the original in a long time. I went back and I watched it this week, and I was struck by how it takes its time. It takes its time to introduce these guys to us, and the pacing is so like deliberate and it's intimate, and it's not about the big wacky laughs, and it's dark and it's serious and it's heavy.
Well,
as it goes along.
That's a bunch of those movies from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's a 70s movie, and this is a 2017 movie.
They're both absolutely of their time. In that, I appreciate that in the original, there's no like underlying redemptive need to rob the bank. It's just like we're bored. We're sick of sitting on the same bench every day in the same park every day.
Hey, let's
have some fun. Let's rob a bank and feel young again. But this, because it's 2017, has to have like an underlying relevant like political, socioeconomic message as far as why they choose to A, rob any bank, and B, rob this particular bank.
Yes.
And there have to be health issues and family issues and like reasons for the money beyond just enjoyment. Like we have to be rooting for them and for a good reason.
They have to be justified.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Justified, right?
They can't just be guys that like, fuck it, we're gonna knock over a bank.
But I like the daring of fuck it, let's knock over a bank versus like let's do the right thing at the right time for the right people.
We're taking our money back.
Right, and it's like, and not that you can't, not that you shouldn't even necessarily kind of try and bring that sort of post-2008 relevance to this kind of story, but it's done so ham-fistedly and so kind of, it just feels generic. I feel like I've seen that a million times. And so you've got these three incredibly charismatic performers, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Alan Arkin, and they're just playing these versions of themselves that you've seen in a million movies, like Alan Arkin's the grumpy one, and Morgan Freeman's the kindly father figure, and Michael Caine is the sort of blue collar guy who's kind of trouble. Why Michael Caine is a steel worker with a Michael Caine voice is never explained. Why three retired steel workers are living in Brooklyn, which is not one of the great industrial centers of the nation that I know.
Jesus, with the way Brooklyn is gentrified. Jesus, no wonder they're running out of money.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's expensive, but it's a good point you make that they are playing versions of themselves, because there's one big speech Michael Caine gives where it sounds like the speech they do in The Trip. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. And Alonzo and I said the same thing to each other at the same time, because it's very familiar. But they have such nice chemistry, and they're just charismatic as hell, and they're all pros, and so they make this go down a lot easier than it might. It's enjoyable watching them play off of each other for an hour and a half.
I never muster the energy to hate this movie, but I hardly ever laughed. And there's a really great supporting cast here too, like Siobhan Fallon and Matt Dillon and Kenan Thompson. And Margaret, basically playing the same role she played in the Grumpy Old Men movies.
Yeah, she gets to be just like pretty and make Alan Arkin feel young.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was saying she might as well have a shirt that says "His dick still works." Like that, she is there to sort of remind us that these old guys still have some potency left in them. Who else was in that? Just
it's a good cast.
Yeah. John Ortiz. But it just felt so completely generic from start to finish. Zach Braff. Zach Braff directed this thing.
But it could have been directed by anybody. It's very workmanlike, although he's way too fond of his split screens There's a lot, way too much of that going on during certain conversations. But it's like, it's zippy and glossy in kind of a generic way. I mean, really anybody could have directed this. But I will say I was pleased that it is mercifully free of a lot of the hacky old man jokes that you so frequently see.
Viagra is never mentioned.
No Viagra, thank God. And they're not total dumbasses when it comes to technology.
True.
There's always like, what's this mouse for? And but you know, like Morgan Freeman's character Skypes with his daughter and granddaughter. Like they are rooted in their rituals, but they are of this contemporary world. So it's not like, ooh, what's this for? So they don't condescend to the characters in that way.
No.
It's written by Theodore Melfi, who directed Hidden Figures.
Yes.
So it's crowd pleasing.
But who also wrote St. Vincent.
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah, that too.
My blurb is, it's whatever. Like that's pretty much my poster line for this.
Does it need to exist? No. In the world of remakes in which we now live.
Yeah, it just,
I guess if it inspires anybody to go back and rent the original from 1979 with George Burns and Art Carney and Lee Strasberg. Yeah. Maybe it will do some good in that regard. Anyway, what are your numbers?
I give it just a split down the middle 5. It's like it was not unbearable, but it was just not special at all.
Yeah, I give it a 5. It's fine.
5.3. I laughed here and there, and they're enjoyable to watch together. So our number is a 5.1. And where is it?
What did I say? 30 something, 30-ish.
In the 30s. There supposedly was an embargo, but no longer.
Whatever.
Poof. Bye.